and everything is constantly changing and needing to understand and adapt to, what's the next technological change. What are you in the business really doing when it comes to strategies and innovations to stay, ahead of the game of everything that's going on and happening?
It's a great question. So I'm really doing a number of things. One, definitely attending webinars, reading eBooks, articles, every day, subscribing to newsletters. I mean, really diving deep on and staying on top of, whether it's Gen AI, whether it's CX, UX, you name it. I mean, there are so many changes going on as we speak that it's critical that I'm doing everything I can to educate myself and stay on top of that. So that's really the first thing I'm doing on a daily basis. Second thing I'm doing is talking to my clients as well. So the beauty of it is I've got clients literally all over the world. So I talk to them on a regular basis to understand, what's happening in their business, what's changing in their business. What do I need to be aware of in terms of serving them to ensure that I'm giving them what they need, whether it's the types of clients I'm bringing to them or whether it's educating them on new technologies or capabilities that are coming out that they need to be aware of, or even in some cases bringing them solutions that maybe they weren't aware of as well that would help their business based on our conversations. So for me, it's critical to maintain those relationships and be actively understanding what's changing in their world to serve them. And then thirdly, I think it's just looking more kind of macroeconomically in terms of just what's happening in our world from a global trend standpoint in terms of how how the world's operating, if you will, right? And what's changing in our society, and in particular looking at whether it's Gen Z versus millennials versus Xers versus boomers, right? In fact, there was a recent study that came out that was fascinating as it relates to personal electronic use and feelings towards it. And what I was really fascinated to find out was that the Gen Zers look at their electronic devices with almost derision. It's fear, it's negativity, it's almost like, oh, I have to use this thing. Whereas the boomers are looking at these tools like, oh my God, this is the most amazing thing I've ever used in my life, and my world is much better, and the way I operate in the world is much better. And there was a number of other findings in it, but to me, I think that was fascinating because then it's like, okay, so if that's the case, then if I'm in the consumer electronics world, how am I serving those customers differently? How am I messaging to them? What improvements do I need to make in the product so that they don't feel that the boomers continue to love it, and that the Zers are gonna, how do I get them to feel better about it so they don't view it with negativity? So for me, it's all those things combined to ensure that I'm staying on top of things, but also being able to add value to my client relationships by understanding what's happening.